finish this off by
Yeah.
talking about these playoff scenarios. Let's go one by one here. The first one we can talk about is the Steelers winning and the Bills losing. So how about we leave the Steelers game for last, but what are your thoughts on the Bills and whether or not they will lose this week?
Well, I mean, it's going to be tough because I think the Dolphins already have a playoff spot. So are they going to play everybody? I don't know. I mean, the Bills are trying to vie for a playoff spot, so they're going to be playing everybody. So they're going to be coming out and playing. I think the Bills could lose this game, but if the Dolphins don't start everybody that they want to that going to be starting for the playoffs, I think that the Bills may win because they're trying to do everything they can to make the playoffs. So that one might be tough.
I'm not too worried about the Dolphins not playing anyone because they are in the playoffs, but they haven't locked up the division yet. If the Bills win the division and get that higher seed. So the Dolphins, Dolphin lost. Man, that means that they're going to be on the road first week rather than having a home game. So I actually do think that the Dolphins will be playing everyone, and I think this game's pretty much a toss-up. I think the Dolphins want to get back in a groove after getting destroyed by the Ravens. And of the teams we're about to discuss that are vying for playoff spots, I think that the Bills are probably the best. They have the best odds of winning the Super Bowl if they get in, but I actually think they have the best chance of losing this week of these teams we're about to talk about. I think they're the one that, if I had to guess, I would say the Bills will lose to the Dolphins this week. For me, that's the game I'm thinking. Even though I think that they are the best team between the teams we're about to mention, meaning the Bills, the Jaguars, and then even if you throw in the Colts and the Texans and the Steelers, I'll say but I think the matchups in the Steelers' favor for this year with the Dolphins. But scenario number 2 is the Steelers win and the Jaguars either lose or tie against the Titans. How are you feeling about this matchup here?
I don't think it's going to be a tie.
Nah.
That one, I don't think it's going to be a tie. I don't think it's going to be a tie. The Titans could be like, we've already been eliminated. Let's see if we can spoil someone's day. That would be great. That one, I'm a little more concerned with that game than I am the Dolphins and Bills game. I do think the Jaguars may win that.
You got them over there. You saw that I said tie or loss, right? Just to make sure. If the Jags lose, it also is in the Steelers' favor.
Yeah. I don't think that they'll lose.
Okay,
though.
cool.
I don't think they'll lose.
Yeah, I got you.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Think they'll lose.
The two things I look at that could be helpful is that Lawrence is coming back off a few game or off an injury. Maybe he's not as sharp as he needs to be.
Yeah.
And I think the Titans are going to play hard. I think Vrabel's going to have them out there, and they're going to be trying to win, and they're going to try to play spoiler. I think he's the kind of coach that really would want to get that win to spoil someone's season, and he'll really motivate his guys to do that.
Yeah.
And the Jaguars they haven't been the greatest team all year. They've been shaky at times. They've been good at times. So I think it's a game that the Titans can win. I think you're right that it's less likely, at least for me, than the Bills game. I don't know. You're not very confident in the Bills game either, huh?
I want to say the Dolphins will play everybody and win that game, but I don't think they will.
Okay, here's when we get a little more wacky. Here's the first wacky one here. Scenario 3: Steelers win and the Texans and the Colts tie. I know how you feel about the ties already, so we don't have to spend too much time on this one.
Yeah, that's not happening either. That would be like a blue moon happening, for the Steelers. Just a tie between the Texans and I don't see it happening. Somebody's winning that game.
So, here we go, even wackier. Steelers Ravens tie. The Jaguars lose.
Oh God!
And then the Texans and the Colts do not tie. So that's scenario number 4.
This might be the one that does it for us. I could see the Steelers tying the Ravens. I could just see it happening.
That would be a fun way to see the season go.
Oh, goodness gracious. I could,
Uh-huh.
that might be the scenario that does it.
That you're looking for?
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And now,
out of all those, though, maybe the first one might be the better one, but yeah.
I got one more for you.
Oh, there's another one? You got one more?
Yeah.
Oh, one more.
Okay,
here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This one involves the Broncos also. So we need the Steelers, whether they win or lose is irrelevant on this one. Broncos have to win. The Jaguars have to lose, and then and one of the Colts or Texans have to lose. They can't end in a tie there. So here's the final one there. So take the Steelers out of it completely. We just need a Broncos win against the Raiders, Jaguars loss, and Texans not to tie. So the only thing we haven't talked about on this page would be the Broncos Raiders. How are you feeling about the Broncos Raiders?
Well, what's his name? Russell Wilson isn't playing. So
they sent him.
I don't know what's going to happen with that game.
I think it's Jared Stidham in his place. Let me double check.
Yeah. I mean, there's a possibility they could win, but I mean, I think they're still in the hunt as well, but maybe they're trying to get a winning season under Sean Payton, but without Russell Wilson, I don't see them winning against the Raiders. I just don't.
Yeah, it is Jared Stidham, who hasn't had much to talk about in his career to this point. The Raiders aren't a great team, right? But they have been playing a lot better under the interim coach Antonio Pierce. So yeah, I don't want to rely on the Broncos especially without Russell Wilson. But I don't think that's out of question either. I really think this might be a scenario. If I had to rank these scenarios, I wouldn't have this one last on the list of possibilities. It might be my third.
Yeah, I would.
Most likely. I don't know. I just like the idea of not having to rely on the Steelers to win.
Yeah, I think
win. So all right, Lee. Going through the scenarios. How are you feeling? Who do you think is going to win this game between the Steelers and the Ravens? And why?
I don't want to say the Steelers will win. I mean, Lamar's not playing. A lot of their starters are probably not going to be playing. Mason Rudolph has come in, and he has been almost a godsend these past 2 weeks for the Steelers. This is a game the Steelers could win if they're really trying to get that final playoff spot. They really need to come out and play. We might be playing against the second team for the Ravens. Again, we could still lose because it's the Ravens. It's going to be tough. It's just going to be really tough in this game. I want to say they'll win, but I don't want to. I don't want to
jinx it.
Blow it up, and I don't want to jinx it. Yeah.
So I'm looking at it like
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Everything is going the Steelers' way for this game. Everything. We're getting Minka back. We're getting Roberts back. It's not just Lamar sitting. It's a lot of guys sitting for the Ravens this week. But when I sit there and I'm thinking, what if the Cinderella story of Rudolph, the clock strikes midnight and everything turns back to a pumpkin, and we're looking at a team that has lost to the Cardinals, has lost to the Patriots. This is definitely going to be the best defense that Rudolph has faced in these 3 games. I think that's even the case with the sit-outs that might happen this week. And the one last question I'll have for you is, who would you pick between the Cardinals and the Ravens this week if you already knew that Lamar was sitting and the Ravens were going to sit there, guys? I think I'm still picking the Ravens over the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'd pick the Ravens. Yeah, for sure.
And the Patriots, I think, would be even more stronger in the favor of picking the Ravens on that game. So the Steelers' worst can still lose to these Ravens. and that does concern me. I am
Yeah.
worried.
Yeah.
But I will. I said I wasn't going to do this again for the rest of the season, but everything the way
Yeah.
it's going, I just thought I have to say the Steelers will win this game, and I am going to go even crazier. I'm going to say they're going to win by double digits.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go 23-10 final for this game. Steelers
Wow.
win.
Okay. Yeah, I'm nervous, but I think the Steelers want to prove that they can win and at least play a playoff game. So I think they're going to win too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go even crazier, and I shouldn't do it. I'm going to go even crazier. The way they've been playing with Mason, I'm going to say 33-17 Steelers over the Ravens.
Oh no. Third straight 30-point game, right?
Yep, I think it's going to happen.
So we both think they're going to win, but the big question is, will they make the playoffs? What's your prediction on whether or not the Steelers will make the playoffs?
I think we might have some better odds in our favor with all those 5 different scenarios. I think they're going to do it. It may be the Dolphins or Chiefs they play, but I think they're going to do it.
Like I
think they'll do it. I think they'll do it.
I think I've said it for a couple weeks. If they go 10-7, they will win, or they will make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I just predicted them to win, so I have to say yes. I also have them in the playoffs. And we're gonna have more football to watch for the rest of the year. So I think that's a good spot to wrap it up on, Lee.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to see it either.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I can't wait.
Hopefully we get to talk positively this Saturday after the game on our post-game show.
I hope so.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I'll see you, Lee.
I'll see you. Have a good one.